My dear respected students, today I have just begun with the concept of viruses, worms, Trojan horses, spams and use of cookies. And one more thing here, that is a firewall. And I know, my dear respected students, as in our childhood or in classes, for example, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, we have already discussed about various things about viruses. So I'm just begin with the concept here. My dear respected students, virus means whatever the thing is supposed to be inserted in our body and they disturb the normal functioning of our body, that is to be called as a virus. Whereas when we talk about a system, that is a computer system, the small programs, or we can call it as a programs which come inside our system and disturb the functioning of our system, that is to be called as a virus. Here it is the definition. Virus are small programs that are written intentionally to damage the data and files on a system. मतलब ये जो कार्य नुकसान पहुंचाने का किया जा रहा है, ये इंटेंशनली एक इंटेंशन बना के, एक मन बना के किया जा रहा है, गलती से नहीं हो रहा. There it is. There are different types of viruses, and as per our book, we are supposed to talk about file infector virus, the kind of viruses which comes with a program file, means the executable files. Whenever we are supposed to install those files on our system, then they infect our system. Whereas second is called as a boot sector virus. Boot sector virus is a part of hard disk where the operating system is supposed to be stored. I'm repeating again. Remember that boot sector is a sector in hard disk where operating system is supposed to be installed. And whenever we are just going to press the computer button to make it turn on a computer, in such case, they instruct, the instruction is being provided to shift that particular operating system from a secondary storage, that is a hard disk, to a primary storage, that is a RAM. And if any kind of virus which is supposed to be infect that particular area where operating system resides and cause trouble to shift that particular operating system from secondary storage to primary storage in a RAM, then such kind of viruses is to be called as a boot sector viruses. Third is to be called as a macro. What do you understand by a macro, my dear students? Macro is a kind of small function. For example, I want to apply a red color to a text. I want to apply a Times New Roman font to a text. I want to make text 18 in size. When we combine all these three things within a one particular instruction, within a one particular function, such kind of function is to be called as a macro. Means that macro contain multiple instructions, but that multiple instructions are bundled within a single file. That particular is to be called as a macro. And such kind of macro viruses are available in a different file such as Excel, such as Word. How to prevent from virus? मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, कहाँ जाऊं? डॉक्टर के पास. And when we talk about when our system is not working properly, so what we are supposed to do? We are calling a doctor of a computer, whether it is a person who installed Windows in our computer or there is an antivirus within our system. My dear respected students, use antivirus software for permanent removal of viruses. Always scan whenever we are going to use something within our system, secondary storage basically. So we are supposed to make them aware, make them aware. We are supposed to make people aware that whenever you are supposed to use secondary storage, always scan first and then use. After that, always update your system frequently, but this is not applicable in case of pirated windows. If we have a genuine genuine window, or if we have a genuine antivirus, or if we having a genuine softwares, in such case, when we update those software regularly, then virus, the damage which is supposed to be created by virus is supposed to be reduced. Next, my dear respected students, there is a worms. Worms is a kind of virus. I am repeating again that this is a kind of virus. A worm is a self-replicating program. खुद replicating, खुद को replicate करता है, एक से अनेक में परिवर्तित करता है, एक से ज्यादा में परिवर्तित करने की क्षमता रखता है. That is to be called as a self-replicating, which is the property of worm. And my dear respected students, make sure this thing that this worm is basically infect those computers where we use the concept of networks. For example, if we are supposed to connect our computer with our internet, for example, we having an office where is 40 system will be there, they are supposed to connect with some other network, then the cause or a damage which is being supposed to be created by worms is come in picture. The characteristics of viruses and worms are more or less same, but worm causes more damage. Sir, why so? Because they work on networks, and in network we having a multiple computers, so the frequency of damage is automatically supposed to be increased. Important points to remember. It replicates itself, अपने आप को replicate करता है, बढ़ाता है. Unlike viruses, worm does not require host. Virus को pen drive चाहिए एक system से दूसरे system में जाने के लिए. I am just taking example. But in case of worm, they never required any host because they are on network, and from network they are supposed to move from one network to another. It spreads across network through emails, because this is also, email is also a part of network, instant messages and a junk mail. So it travels over network. Worm run independently. Yes, this thing is clear, because they never required any host, because they work or they move from one network to another. My dear respected students, next part is to be called as a Trojan horse. And when we read the definition of that, they just give me information. A Trojan horse is a kind of virus that looks safe but has hidden effect. Can I just mention this thing or elaborate this thing with the help of an example? My dear respected students, I have just opened one website here, that is djjohel.com. And here it is. In front of that particular application, or we can call it as a website, they type HTTPS. It means hypertext transfer protocol, but as representing a secure, that this website is working on a secured protocol. Okay. So sir, you're talking about Trojan horses and you're supposed to give me the example. Yes, why not? I'm just going to click here on a particular link here on that particular website. The website is the one change which we are supposed to be aware of is, here it is. First, they are just supposed to display some examples. अपने phone से पैसे कमाने का आसान तरीका. This is a kind of thing which is supposed to fascinate people, and when we supposed to click on that particular link, then I invite problems for my computer. Again, here it is two pop-ups: renew antivirus protection. And if we are looking at, we are supposed to click on this, we invite problem for us. Here it is, system is infected. Oh my God. I just see here, my system is infected. I'm just supposed to click on that and they do what they want to do. And where this thing is justified that this is creating a problem for us is, here it is now, this log symbol is representing one image exclamation symbol. Whenever we are going to click here, this shows connection are not secure now. After that, the part of this page are not secure, such as images. यहाँ पे इस वेबसाइट में जो इमेजेस आपको नजर आ रही हैं, आपके लिए वो सिक्योर नहीं है, जो आपको कह रहा है कि आसानी से पैसा कमाए, एंटीवायरस को रिन्यू करें और सिस्टम आपका इन्फेक्टेड. This is the little bit I'm just going to interrelate things with real time applications. In such case, this is to be considered as a Trojan horses. My respected students, I'm just supposed to move back here. Now I think so the things will be clear for Trojan horses. Here it is a hidden code in a program such as a game or a spreadsheet that can damage the system with the running these applications. सिंपल सी बात, जब हम उस पे क्लिक करेंगे वो अपना कोड रन करेगा एंड देन दे डिस्ट्रॉय आवर कंप्यूटर, इनफैक्ट आवर कंप्यूटर. अगेन डिस्ट्रॉय और ऑल्टर इंफॉर्मेशन, डिस्ट्रॉय भी कर सकता है. ऑल्टर मींस दे आर सपोज्ड टू मेक चेंजेस इन आवर एग्जिस्टिंग डाटा. Unlike viruses, Trojans do not replicate. It means they are not supposed to replicate itself. वो अपने आप को replicate नहीं करता, अपने आप को replicate नहीं करता, बढ़ाता नहीं है. And Trojans are executable programs. ये जब हम उस पे क्लिक करेंगे, जो लिंक हमने देखा, these are the executable programs, means this is the kind of software which is supposed to be stored on our computer, and as a result, they infect our computer. Next, my dear respected students, I'm just talk about a spam. Here, we are just begin with a definition first. And here it is, what is a spam? The people saying that these are the unwanted emails. Sir, can you please show me the same in a practical example? Yes, why not? I am able to do. Spam is an unwanted bulk mail which is sent by an unauthorized. Unauthorized means जो authorized, जिसके पास आपको मेल भेजने की अथॉरिटी नहीं है. इसका मतलब जो आपको जानता नहीं है, और अनआइडेंटिफाइड पर्सन, या फिर वो पर्सन जिसको आइडेंटिटी के बारे में आपको ज्ञान प्राप्त नहीं है. और वो करेगा क्या? इन ऑर्डर टू ईट द एंटायर डिस्क स्पेस, आपके डिस्क स्पेस को यूज कर सकता है अपनी मेल्स के साथ, बार बार मेल्स भेज के वो आपको हम पहुंचा सकता है. सर एग्जांपल दिखाइए. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू डिस्प्ले हियर माय ईमेल आईडी. Here it is, my email ID is there, and what I am going to do here, my dear respected students, in a search box I am supposed to type is, after that there is a colon, and after that spam, and hit the enter key. What happened here? They just start displaying the spam. Spam means I am not looking for such kind of, I am not waiting for such emails, what I have received in my inbox. So these are the unwanted emails which I am not expecting for, and when they reaches to my system, they otherwise they use the space of my computer or the cloud storage. So I am supposed to click here on delete all spam messages now, and then click on OK. It says the spam is supposed to be deleted. Okay, again moving back to a PPT. My dear respected students, next I think so that spam is supposed to be cleared here. That is unwanted emails which we are not supposed to expect from others. In non-malicious form, it floods the internet with many copies of the same message. हमारे स्पेस को कवर करने के लिए एक ही ईमेल की बहुत सारी कॉपीज जनरेट कर देगा. आफ्टर दैट नेक्स्ट इज दे आर सपोज्ड टू पैम्परिंग द यूजर्स. पैम्परिंग करना मतलब आपको आपके अंदर उत्तेजना भरना, आपको डिस्टर्ब कर देना, है ना, आप डिस्टर्ब होके कुछ ऐसा कार्य करें, आपको पैम्पर करना. After that, mobile phone spam is a form of spamming that uses text message services of a phone. कई बार we are supposed to receive a number of text messages on our phone, and these are the unwanted messages. This is also to be called as spam. And spam can be avoided by using. आप कैसे कर सकते हैं अवॉइड इसको? We are supposed to apply email filterings. We are supposed to trap those spams and delete those spams from our email ID. Next, my dear respected students, here it is a cookies. Again, I know that many of you know that particular thing, that is a cookies. And someone is going to ask me a question. Sir, I am searching for one bag in Amazon, on Amazon, sorry. And after that, I am just opening some other website, and same kind of advertisement is also there on those websites. How they come to know about my requirement? सरल शब्दों में कहूं, मैं कुछ ढूंढ रहा हूं नेट पे, कुछ परचेज करने के लिए, कुछ खरीदने के लिए, वो चीजें मुझे जब भी कोई मैं वेबसाइट ओपन करता हूं वहां पे भी देखने को मिलती हैं, उसके साथ की चीजें. ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? सर, दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कुकीज. सर, व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय कुकीज? Cookies are supposed to store the data of a user, and when they supposed to reach some other website, the similar kind of content is automatically displayed on the screen. For example, I'm just taking a real life and very simple example. My daughter is very fond of watching cartoons, Chota Bheem, and whenever they open a YouTube on my phone, automatically the n number of cartoons related to a Bheem is automatically displayed on the screen. So how it happens? It happens because system is supposed to store each and every activity of a user, and such kind of files is to be called as cookies. Can I show this thing with a practical example? Okay, I'm again just opening a browser. I'm using a Mozilla Firefox. I'm just going to click on the setting option. After that, I'm just going to click on options here. Next, privacy and security. And again, here it is. There is an option, cookies and site data. Okay, I'm just going to click on a manage data option here. And what they show, what they are displaying, they're displaying that these are the different websites where they store cookies, and number of cookies is also supposed to be displayed here. Account.youtube.com 131 cookies. Livescience.com, zoom.us, YouTube, pngtree.com. It means that there is a multiple number of cookies is supposed. It means I am supposed to open these websites and perform something on these websites. That's why my activity is supposed to be stored on my system, and those particular files are to be called as the cookies, which stores user activities. Hope the thing will be clear, my dear respected students. Now, just begin with the theoretical part. When the user browses any website, a cookies identifies users and prepares web pages. Okay, prepares on the search of on the searches user have done in their previous sessions. They just created those web pages. Cookies is basically a piece of data. Okay. Working of cookies, how the cookies are supposed to be worked, very, very, very important thing to remember and to know about. First of all, the user enter the name of the website on the browser. Kavalji sir types www.youtube.com. Okay, this is the name of the website. Okay, what happened next? The browser contact the DNS server. DNS server means domain name server, which is supposed to convert that www.youtube.com into a IP address. IP address, I think so, all will be cleared with this. Means, for example, youtube.com is converted into 192.168.15.13. This is the example of an IP address. Now, the browser is supposed to looking for the cookies in their hard disk, because they are supposed to store on our internal storage. They are supposed to store in our internal storage. The IP address is used to contact the corresponding server along with cookies data. After that, if no cookies data is supplied, then the website comes to know that the user is visiting the website for the first time. It means if they never find any kind of cookies or a data or a previous searches for that particular website, it means system comes to know that this is the first visit of user on that particular website. And fifth point says, then they create a ID of that particular person for that particular website and store their action which they perform on that particular website. My dear respected students, this is a very, very, very important concept, and this is the last concept which we are supposed to explore today. That is a firewall. My dear respected students, you can also view that particular in your control panel, because the firewall is available in both ways, that is a software as well as a hardware. Each and every person having an inbuilt firewall in his or her computer system, and the same will be available in a control panel. But I'm just going to display one image of some firewalls here. My dear respected students, when we are supposed to watch these images, these are look like a kind of hub and switches. My dear respected students, yes, these are looking, the look is same as hub and switch, but they are supposed to protect our system from outer world. They stop the unauthorized access. Or if I want to restrict my all the colleagues, I'm not using word employees. If I want to restrict all the colleagues of my school for accessing a Facebook in a school, because if we are providing a Wi-Fi compatibility within a school premises, within a campus, in such case I don't allow them to use Facebook. So that should be done with the help of a firewall, where I'm just going to add the instruction that the IP address of Facebook, for example, I'm just taking example that 192.168.12.25 is the IP address of facebook.com, and I never want to access that particular IP, and I automatically add that thing into our firewall. So when people using our network, they are never supposed to access the Facebook within a school premises. My dear respected students, now the theoretical concept, as we know, that firewall is available in both ways, that is a software as well as hardware. And what they do, they protect the private network from unauthorized user access, as a very small kind of security we are applying in our broadband connectivity, that is a VPN, that is a virtual private network. With the help of that, we are supposed to apply some password on our network, so it reflecting that we are supposed to restrict the unauthorized people to access our network. But firewall is somewhere different from that concept, and they provide the capabilities, they provide the help that the unauthorized person is never supposed to access your network. The firewall filters the information. How they are supposed to filter? Because whenever something is going in and out to your network, they're supposed to check, as earlier we have discussed, if any kind of packet related to 192.168.12.25, that is the example of Facebook. In our case, they never allow such packet to come inside the network. So this is the functionality of a firewall. Again, they provided in both ways, that is a software solution as well as the hardware solution. It helps in preventing the spread of virus from one computer to another. Because how they stop? Because they are supposed to check each and every packet, and the packets which are not supposed, or which we are not expecting, they are never allowed those to come inside your network. Again, firewall is supposed to control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on a set of rules which we are supposed to apply, on our network, on our private network. And these are the different companies, my dear respected students. Those provide firewall, that is a Cisco, Netgear, and NetScreen25. These are the companies which provide the concept of firewall. Hope my words are clear and easy to understand, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.